Hey guys, Garrett McLaughlin here, and want to take a look at a simple technique tip on how to properly use the TRX when it comes to any kind of upper body pulling exercises. So your rows, your high rows, your Ys, anything where you're pulling and kind of engaged through the upper back. A common mistake or error that I usually see is involving this wrist motion. So you can see if I'm doing just a regular rowing movement here with both hands, as I come back, what I often see is people get closer to the body here. Instead of finishing through the shoulders and the elbows, they actually start to pull and flex through the wrist. This is something a lot of my older clients that have a history of wrist pain, any kind of medial epicondylitis, that will start to become an issue, but it's one of those things where we just really don't need to be moving the wrist or flexing the wrist on those movements. It's really good to keep that neutral position and drive back through the elbows and the shoulders. So just to show you what I typically see here, if I'm doing just a traditional TRX row, coming back, flexing at the very end of that motion, okay? Very simple. All you have to cue is wrist straight. Again, don't let the wrist move, and you get all the way to the end, pulling back through the shoulders and the elbows. Again, obviously trying to squeeze between the shoulder blades, but very common thing I see if I look around a lot of the TRX classes or some of my clients when they first do TRX for the first time, but important to stay out of this flex position because truthfully there's just really no need for it in those pulling movements, and it is something that could start to overstress throughout that wrist and the elbow.